Supported headstand. This is going to be a 25-minute class that explores this posture. It's going to be a full body flow. We incorporate our supported headstand throughout. So that is coming up right now. Hello, magnificent human beings. My name is Landon Slaughter, and this channel is all about fixing the kinks in your yoga practice by deepening your knowledge, allowing those transformative experiences to take place. And today it is a 25-minute class, so find yourself sitting here on the mat. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Inhale through the nose. Inhale, 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 and exhale just out the mouth. Inhale through the nose, and exhale out the mouth. Coming into that Ujjayi breath now. So in through your nose, out through your nose, slow. Gently in through your nose, and out through your nose. Keep going. That breath comes in through our nose, out through our nose. A gentle constriction in the back of your throat helps to create this audible sound. Setting an intention for your practice. Something uplifting, something soothing, whatever you wish. Once you have your intention, sealing it with 3 cleansing breaths. So, in through your nose, inhale, 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 and exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose, inhale, 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 hold, 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 and exhale out the mouth. Once more, inhale through your nose, inhale, 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 big belly, fill your lungs, and gentle sigh. Very good. Open up your eyes, and go ahead and come on to all fours in that tabletop. Fingertips spread wide, and then just gently kind of wag it out, shake it out, move around just a little bit. Getting loose. Playing with the weight, maybe over those wrists, back. Getting set up for a few cat-cows. So go ahead, inhale, look up, drop your belly, eye gaze lifts. And exhale, cat round. Your spine. Very good. Inhale, look up, drop your belly, eye gaze lifts. And exhale, cat round. Your spine. Few more, keep going. Coming into neutral. Move around just a little bit. And then identify where your palms are on the mat. And then lower your elbows down to this point. So you're coming onto those forearms. Now we're not going to do that supported headstand just yet. Rather just stretching out our shoulders. So tuck your toes behind you, allowing your glutes to kind of come back a little bit. Maybe walk those fingertips forward and relax your head down. Breathing. Creating some space in that shoulder girdle. Eye gaze forward. Spread those fingertips really, really wide. Press into those palms and then lifting your glutes up, coming into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Move around. Waking up all those muscles, alternating your heels around, lifting your tailbone, soft knees. Okay. Identify your left foot, brief three-legged, bring it through, base of your lunge, and then slowly hands come up overhead, full crescent lunge. Just breathe. Hands come all the way down to the mat. Step your back foot up into forward fold. We inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Come on down. Chin is the last to rise, coming all the way up. Hands, bring them up overhead. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, fold. Come all the way down. Forward fold. Very good. Keep moving as we take our left foot, bring it all the way back. Base of your lunge. Fingertips on the mat, and then coming back into that downward facing dog. Again, anytime you're in that down dog, pedaling it out, moving around, getting loose. Weight shifts forward into a plank, holding strong in your plank, staying here, lowering down to your knees. If you want, roll your shoulders back, eye gaze comes forward, and then lowering partway out into that chaturanga. You push back up, and then lower all the way down. Come on up into that upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Getting things moving with that vinyasa flow. Right. Next side, right foot, bring it up in between those hands, and then both hands up overhead, full crescent lunge. Hold nice and strong, breathe. Hands come all the way down, and then step that back foot up into forward fold. Very good. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Come on down. And chin is the last to rise, coming all the way up. Hands up overhead, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, let it go. Hands come up overhead, and then hands all the way down. Fingertips on the mat. Identify your right foot, bring it back. Base of your lunge, just hold here. And left leg comes back, downward facing dog. Awesome work. Weight shifts forward into that plank, and lowering onto your knees if you would like. We can roll our shoulder back. Eye gaze comes forward, lowering part way out. Push back up. Lower all the way down, raise up. Up dog. And then from here, down dog. Once more. And from your down dog, coming on to your knees, brief tabletop. All right, so just wag it out, move around. Pausing for a sip of water anytime you like. So a good indicator of where to have your forearms on the mat for this pose is if you're in a tabletop, and then you place your elbows just on the outside of your knees and bring your hands together. This creates a really great tripod foundation for your posture. So if you've not done this pose before, then maybe using a wall to really kind of help you with that stability. But doing this class, I'm kind of assuming you've kind of got your supported headstand down at least a little bit. So coming back into that tabletop, wag it out, move around. We're going to be heading into that supported headstand here shortly. And tuck your toes, come on back down dog. We still want to kind of keep moving things around and flowing things out to get things nice and loose. So go ahead and identify that left leg, brief three-legged, bring it through, base of your lunge, and hands come on up into that full crescent lunge. Hold here, focus, breathe. Ground down your back heel, and warrior two. Open it on up. So doing all of your checks, right? Feet strong on the mat, left knee stacked on top of that ankle, arms extend on out, eye gaze softly over that front hand, and breathe. Straighten that left knee. Left hand comes down, right hand comes up for that trikonasana. And coming on back. Awesome. Hold. Hands come all the way down to the mat. And then three-legged down dog. Bring it all the way back. Shoulders nice and flat across. This foot is flexed behind you. And set it on down. Excellent work. Weight shifts forward into that plank. From your plank, lower into forearm plank. Now, having your hands together here, you can interlace your fingers, bringing your pinkies beside one another so you don't want to put any weight into one pinky or the other. Thumbs are crossed. Walking into Dolphin. Just walking your feet up into that dolphin pose. You could have those nice soft knees and just really try to lift your tailbone. Lowering onto your knees, staying here, and then gently placing the skull, the very top of your skull here on the mat, not your forehead or not too far back. Placing it down and then lifting off, holding here, kind of a modified dolphin, right? And if you would like, you can kind of bring one knee up, bring the other knee up. So if you're watching this and you want to kind of like pause and go back a little bit, that's fine. So just kind of getting set up and getting some confidence built up in our posture, right? Bringing one knee to touch that arm, the opposite knee to touch that arm. And lower back down to your knees. Coming back into a tabletop. So just kind of playing with the posture, right? Not coming into the full expression yet. Tuck your toes, come on back. Downward facing dog. Next side, right leg, brief three-legged, bring it through. Base of your lunge. And hands come on up overhead for that full crescent lunge. Breathe, focus, you've got it. Ground down your back heel. Warrior two, open it on up. Holding strong in your warrior. Eye gaze over that front hand. Arms nice and straight. Sometimes people do this where they flail this arm back, but you want to keep your arms directly out. Keep with your breath. Straighten your front knee. Right hand comes down on the inside of that thigh. Left hand up overhead. Trikonasana. Feeling that lengthening all along that left side body. And come on back. Bend your front knee. Very good. Holding here. Warrior two. And then hands. Windmill. All the way down to the mat. Coming into your three-legged down dog. Hold in your three-legged down dog. Setting that foot down. Very good. Regular down dog. And then plank pose. And from your plank pose, lowering onto your forearms. Very good. And from here, dolphin, walking it on up. So really feeling the power of those forearms pressing into the mat, right? This is what we want in that supported headstand. Okay. Go ahead and come on down to your knees. Hold right here. So remember, just kind of building up that strength, that confidence, not coming into the full posture just yet. So placing the very tip of your skull on the mat, and your palms kind of just gently cup the back of your head just a little bit. Thumbs are still crossed. All right. And then you can lift off, putting very little weight in the top of that head, bringing one knee up, the other knee up, just a few times. Coming down to those knees, and then tabletop. Wag it out, move around. Downward facing dog, come on back. Okay. From your down dog, coming back onto your knees and sitting back in that thunderbolt. Just stay right here. A little shoulder action before we get into that full supported headstand. So bring both hands on up, and then left elbow into your sternum, right on top of left, and then wrapping those arms around for that eagle wrap. So just hold here, close your eyes, a few breaths as we inhale, elbows up, and you exhale, soften them back down. Keep going. And release. Shake it out. Getting loose. Remember, water, super important anytime you would like. Okay, moving into the next side. Both hands up overhead. Right elbow in at your sternum. Left on top of right. And then eagle wrap those arms around. Holding here. And a few breaths as you inhale. Elbows up. Exhale. Soften. Keep going. Keeping with your breath. In. Those gentle shoulder massages. Shoulder stretching here in our eagle arms. And release. Shake it out. I could edit the water breaks out, like post-editing, right? But I think it's important to see, if I'm drinking water, I hope you're drinking water too. So, okay, time for that supported headstand. Again, if you need to use a wall, use a wall. If you've been doing this for a while, you're probably cool. So, being careful though, being conscientious of where you are. Interlace those fingers. Come into a tabletop first. We'll get there. Come into that tabletop, and then you can tuck your toes and come on back. Elbows just on the outside of your knees, and then bring your hands together. Thumbs cross. Keep your thumbs crossed. Don't put weight into the bottom pinky. Move it next to the other pinky. Okay. And leave your arms exactly where they are, placing again the skull, the very top of your head, onto the mat. And you don't really want to kind of cup that skull because you don't want to encourage your neck to round a whole lot. So really, you feel your hands next to the back of your head, but it never really goes farther than that. So holding here, and then go ahead and place the tip of your skull on the mat. Keep with your breath and slowly begin to lift off. Butt comes up. You can bring one leg in, kind of almost like a crow position, right? And then slowly, eventually balancing on those forearms, very little weight in the top of your skull. Remember, not a lot of weight there, really pressing those forearms nice and strong into the mat. Eventually, finding that balance as you exalt. And come on up. Coming back down. Releasing, coming back into that thunderbolt. Palms on your thighs here. Just close your eyes, take a couple breaths. Letting things come back to normal after that inversion. Okay, so trying one more round. And again, taking things one step at a time. If you bring your legs all the way up, cool. If not, it's fine. Maybe you just kind of do the part-way thing where, your legs don't come all the way up, but listening to your body. Tabletop. From your tabletop, measuring, elbows just on the outside of your knees. Bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, pinkies by one another, thumbs stay crossed, and can walk things back a little bit. Again, placing the very point tip of your skull on the mat. And using that forearm strength, pressing into the earth, trying to keep very little weight in the tip of that skull as you come up. You can come back down. So again, you don't have to exalt your legs every time, just whatever feels comfortable for you and where you're at. Okay, let's walk our hands all the way out. And laying on down, Shavasana. Just relaxing in your Shavasana. Feet fall out, arms fall out. And just relax. Always finding that breath. Nice and full, relaxing and confident. All right, a couple of very quick postures here. Bend your knees, feet flat on the mat, palms beside you, and go ahead and lift into that bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Listen to your breath, slow it down. Gently release. Okay, come on back down. Brief Shavasana, bob your knees, shake it out, move around. And your final pose is Happy Baby. Bringing your legs on up, grabbing outside edges of those feet, and just hold, just breathe. From here, releasing into your final Shavasana. Feet fall out, arms fall out, and just relax. Always listening to the sound of your breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Steady and calm. Go ahead and wave those feet back and forth just a little bit. Wiggle your fingertips, wiggle your toes. You can choose to stay exactly where you are in your Shavasana, or if you would like, gently, gently coming back up into a seated position so that we can bow together. Thanking each and every one of you for being here. I truly, truly, greatly appreciate it. And from my heart to all of yours, namaste.